Well, we'd go to cowboy movies downtown. We had three theaters. Virginia Theater was the Cadillac of the theaters back then. It had a stage with the velvet curtains and the organ and a ramp, which is a slope floor. That was the best theater. The most economical and the one that showed the best movies was the Strand Theater, which was across from the A&N store, across from the State Theater. And I think you could get in for a double feature for a quarter. And I think most of us kids took that and then took what was left over and went to Hershey's. That was a sort of a sandwich shop up on Newman Avenue where you could buy chocolate soda and sandwich or whatever for a little bit of nothing. That was the place where a lot of the kids hung out.
Strand Theater showed mostly Western movies on Saturday. And then the Virginia Theater had a nice balcony to it, and a beautiful balcony to the Virginia Theater, which is well, the parking lot there at Water Street now in Maine. But I remember sitting in the balcony of that theater and watching Gone with the Wind when I was just quite young.
As youngsters, we would go there sort of automatic on Saturday afternoons. It only cost 20 cents to get in, and Mom and Dad would give us a quarter, so we had a nickel left for a box of candy out of the machine that you'd buy in the lobby, of course, on your way in. We'd stay all afternoon, see the main feature, which was usually a Western, plus the comics, the previews, and the serial. Now, the serial was very important because they would run like 12 or 14 weeks, you know, chapter by chapter. So you get hooked on a serial, you'd have to go every week to make sure you didn't miss anything. Oh, they were exciting. I loved it. The Crimson Ghost was my favorite one.
I had a crush on Sandra I. We all wrote her notes, but the first date I had, first date that I remember going anywhere was with her. I took her to the movies, and she left with Irvin Crabbe. No luck at all. She did. She had a crush on. She played us off of him, making him jealous. So they got together in the movie theater, talked, and they left together. Yeah, I was sitting there with a bag of empty popcorn.
I remember going down to the theater on Saturday afternoon when I was a kid. I got 50 cents for my allowance. And my friends and I could walk downtown, which, by the way, I wouldn't allow my grandchildren to do these days, but we could walk from our home downtown, and we would go in George's Soda and Sandwich Shop, which was on Main Street. I remember it was a long counter. It was a narrow, just a counter.
It's about where Jess's is now, and it burned at the bargain place.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and anyway, we would go in there, and at that time you could take food into the theater, which we can't do anymore either. We have to pay $10 for popcorn and a drink now, but I could take my 50 cents. This is my point. I could take my 50 cents, and we could get a hot dog and an order of French fries and a soda, and they'd put it in a bag for us, and we could take it to the theater. That was 10 cents a piece. That was 30 cents of my 50 cents. And the ticket, if I recall correctly, at the movie was 20 cents. It was exactly what I got for allowance, that I could take a hot dog, a soda, and French fries and go to the movie on Saturday afternoons. And I just remember doing that when we were kids.
Of course, we had to sit up in the balcony. In those days, you know, they had signs there where the colored had to go. And so we had good seats. Yeah, we had good seats. But it was segregated, you know. And then just like we go to film stations, place like that, you can get gas there. They had a white restroom, colored restroom back in those days. And you had to sit on the back of the bus. Well, this town was a whole lot different. This was a friendly town here. Yeah, friendly town. White and blacks got along fine.